Cool kids. Sadly, Libya is not a nation to which a silver coin I possess was made or belonged to. So, we have to skip Libya for now. We will address that. However, while we're addressing things, we are going to go. Now, this is silver exnomia around the world because I don't have a coin from this country, but I do have a medal. So, exnomia non grata, eucauna or nada. Anyway, I'll let you guys decide. Lichtenstein. Lichtenstein is a small duchy contained within Germany. It's kind of near Luxembourg, which is coming up on the list. Funny, I should mention that. Yeah, it's a European nation, and this medal is from there. And, kind of like Switzerland, it just kind of continues to exist despite all the odds. So that's really neat. Especially given, if you really think about it, the fact that Liechtenstein has been allowed to exist all this time without, because look at Latvia. Latvia goes in and out of existence depending on the year, depending on how squirrely Russia feels that week. You look at a place like Czechoslovakia. Well, it's already split up to Czech Republic, and Slovakia, right? Which is its own place. So, we're going to get to that. Things are constantly moving and changing, but you get places like Luxembourg and Liechtenstein and Switzerland, the Cayman Islands. That's a joke. That's a protectorate, too. It's odd. Like, some of these countries, some of them count as countries, some are protectorate. Isle of Man, Guernsey, I gotta let Oreo in, the dog. She's barking, but it's really interesting how these things are categorized. So I'm going off a list for these nations around the world, but there's several of these protectorates that I have coins from that I can't show you guys. Yeah, because they don't count as countries. Yep. And of course, the places that do count as countries, like here's another small, tiny place that Andorra, right? You'll remember that. By rights, if you think about it, and this is just something I've been contemplating as we've been doing this list, some of these countries should not exist. Like, what is the point of Andorra? And then I'm like, well, the people want to be a country. Monaco, right? There's a lot of these places that, like, if another country said, hey, we're going to annex you, what could they really do to stop them? And then you get into like the Balkans and you think to yourself, well, hold on. There's been a lot of people annexing and not annexing. And there's another example, Kosovo. Does Kosovo even count as a country? I don't believe it does. But Montenegro does, It's all deep thoughts. But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. We are talking about Liechtenstein. Now, interestingly, there is a pop culture reference to Liechtenstein. And if you guys remember, there was a certain film starring Heath Ledger, right? Called A Knight's Tale. You might remember that. Hashtag trademark. And that film, he takes the surname, von Lichtenstein, which is quite hilarious. And this is pretty funny. Von Lichtenstein. So you guys might remember that now that I mentioned it. It's just popped in my head. I'm trying to find something for Lichtenstein, and that popped in there. But it's a really cool movie. I really like the fact now, in the film they reference, they actually use Queen's "We Will Rock You" in the film. And what's interesting about that song, as you guys may know, it's all the way to the final guitar solo. It's purely, acoustic, and there's no electric instruments at all. It's just people clapping and singing and stomping, right? Which is really neat. You don't see that in a lot of, big hit songs. So, that's just something else for Queen to add to their list of cool things that they've done. I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to go to the next country. So I hope you count that. If you don't count it, because it's not a coin, it is a medal, let me know in the comments, and I'll see what they got in Lichtenstein for a coin. But, man, that's going to hurt my pocketbook. So if you have that suggestion, man, lead me to a cheap alternative. But this we got a pretty good deal on. I don't know the ASW. If I weighed it, I could tell you, because I do know it's 90%. I would guess it's about half an ounce of silver. So maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but I'd say about half an ounce. So $33 an ounce we're already paying here. So, for the cool factor. But I'm just guessing. Like I'm just feeling it in my hand. You can feel something in your hand. You can kind of guesstimate what you're working with. It's definitely lighter than the 5 Lottie. And the 10 dinars. Definitely lighter than those. It's more on par with the 100... what is this? 100 leva. Yeah, 100 leva. Definitely weighs closer to this coin. And this coin's ASW, I believe I've written down, but if I don't, I have failed. I wrote what I paid for it, but I didn't write the ASW. Anyway, my guess is it's about half an ounce. I've rambled on long enough. So ends Lichtenstein. Please accept it for the silver around the world videos, as it is a lovely medal. Take care, and may you find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you hated the video, well, you just tell me what I did wrong in the comments, so that we can rectify the situation and create a positive experience for you.